everyone! I know we are all excited about the new resolutions mystery box that came out today. It has the True Green Cutie, which is adorable, but it also has the insert cards, which I love. So I have a Maker 3 and I have the 2x2 card mat, so I can make 4 cards at a time. And we always get the question, can I make more than one design on the same, a different card on the same mat? And yes, you can. So all of the cards have to be the same size, but all of the designs can be different. So this mystery box has the S40 card size, and I am going to do 4 different designs on one card. Now it's a little bit tricky on how to do that, but it's very easy to do it once you know how. So I'm going to show you guys how that works. So first we're going to go up to File in the upper left-hand corner of Design Space. If you've never watched one of my tutorials, you can follow my mouse by using this, following that little circle. We're going to click File and we're going to click New Window. This is going to open a second screen. Now this will work in general if you have multiple machines and you want to cut on multiple machines at one time. It will also work if you are cutting in one window and you want to design in the other window. So that's many uses for that. While that loads, I'm going to go back to my first window and I'm going to click Projects, and I'm going to filter up here in all categories to Bookmarked, because you'll see that some of my images here have that green flag and some have the white one. The green flag is the ones that I have favorited and saved. So I'll go to Bookmarked, and that's got all of those all in one place, so they're very easy to find. So I'm going to pick my first design, this Snowflakes card. I'm going to click Customize. First, I have confirmed that the finish size will be S40, and then I will click Customize. Now I am going to do this on the dark blue, midnight blue card. So what I'm going to do is click over here in my layers panel, just this pen layer right here, and I'm going to go up, confirm it's pen, and next to that I'm going to change the pen to I'm going to change it to gel, and I'm going to change it to the white opaque pen because it's going to look so beautiful on that midnight blue. Now I did not detach this design, so it's still all together. I just changed that one layer. Okay, so now I'm going to save my project. Now when I go to save, my only option is save as, because this project is already a project. It's Cricut one. So I can save as to save it in my projects. So I'm going to save it as S40 cards. Going to click Save. And then I'm going to go back to that second window that we opened, and I'm going to click New Project. I'm going to go back over to projects like we did in the first window, and then I'm going to filter by bookmarked again, and I'm going to pick my second card. I'm going to pick this Candy Cans card. I think that this is adorable. So again, finish size S40, customize. Now in this instance, we are going to select the card on this one. You can right click and copy, or you can use Control V on your keyboard. I use Control C to copy. Or you can right click and copy here. I'm going to go back to my first window, and then you can right click and paste, or Control V now to paste here. I'm going to set that aside, and I see one layer is pen, so I'm going to select that one. I'm going to do the same process again, and I'm going to choose the opaque pink pen for this because I'm doing it on that light pink card. I think it's going to look so cute. Now you'll notice that I have an asterisk next to my project name up here. That's letting me know that I've made changes that I have not saved. So I'm going to go over and save. And when this banner is going to come up, I'll click it to make it go away, and you'll see that asterisk is gone, and that lets me know that my project is completely saved. I highly recommend saving frequently just to be safe. Okay, so back to that other window, we're going to go back to projects. We again are going to go back to bookmarked, and we are going to pick our next card. I love this ornament card. I think it's adorable. Confirm S40, customize, and we are going to copy and paste again. Now I can do my edits here before I copy and paste it, so I'll show you guys that. So I'm going to take this pen layer here, and I want that to be opaque white because I'm also using the midnight blue card base for that. So I can make my edits here and then select the whole design and copy and paste back to my first window. So it doesn't matter where you make your edits. If you're making them, you can make them there. So we'll save and go back to our other window, and we are going to pick one final card, and then we will be all set and ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to pick, let me see. We'll just choose, we'll choose this Christmas card here. Confirm S40 and customize. And this time I'm going to make the pen layer. I'm going to replace, on this one I'm going to make the pen layer the blue opaque pen. I love the opaque pens. They are so pretty and they're beautiful on dark colors, but they have like a really cool kind of neon look almost on the lighter colors. So they're really versatile, and I always love good versatility. Nope, or excuse me, my mouse sticks sometimes. So I'm going to click this design and copy it, and we are going to paste it. Save, always save before you click make it. And once it's saved, we'll click make it. And then we are going to click on card mat, and you'll notice that we have 4 mats, so we're just going to switch everything to one mat. Now I already have my designs laid out how I want them, so I'm just going to move everything to match what I had. So I'm going to go down to my snowflake one. This is already on the first mat, so I'm just going to move it because that's where I need it. My candy cane one is over in this space. And you can even be like, you saw here, like I'm a little off. It will snap it back in place so it's lined up correctly, so don't worry about that. Okay. And then I have my last little one here that I need to move. Nope, I moved this one over here. Okay, so this one can go here. Alrighty, so we have that all lined up and we're ready to go. Now we're going to confirm on the card mat, and I have the S40 size. I always confirm before I do anything just to be safe. So we're going to click continue. It's going to find my Maker 3, and then it's going to let me pick my material. So if you browse all materials, if you have an Explorer Air 2 machine, turn your dial to custom and you'll have the same screen here, and you can browse all materials and search. Insert cardstock. I'm going to add more pressure because my machine likes it. It's letting me know I'm going to start with the blue opaque pen and then the fine point blade. Now, when the blue opaque pen is done drawing, my machine will pause. It will prompt me on my screen which color pen to add in next, and then I'll do that and keep going. Now you're going to notice up here there's this red circle with an exclamation point in it. It's telling us to move our star wheels to the center rail, making sure all align with middle column of card mat, and I will show you guys exactly how to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my other camera and we'll show you guys how to assemble everything. Okay, so you can see I've already added some of my cards on here just to make it a little faster. I'm going to grab my last card here and show you guys just how to add it in. So you have this little, like it opens up kind of like this. So you're just going to slide it in all the way over, all the way to the top, and put it down. Now you have your protective films that are over it. You always want to take those off. Even if you're only doing 2 cards on one side, take it off so it doesn't get rolled up in your roller by accident. Okay, so we're going to do that, and I needed to start with my blue opaque pen. So I'm going to take the cover off and I'm going to put it onto my pen so I don't lose it. And then you'll see this little pen symbol like here. And we're going to open clamp A, insert it until it clicks, and we're going to close the clamp. Now I already went through and I scribbled on a separate piece of paper with all of my pens. So you can see. I always do that just to make sure the ink is flowing and they're working well, especially if I haven't used it in a little while. I'm going to bring my machine up so my mat does not hit my wall, and I'm going to nudge my mat in a little as I press load so it loads properly. Now these white star wheels is what they were talking about, and I already moved them. So they're normally spread out on the bar. You want to line them up here, right down the middle. Now there's a few reasons for that. I press the play button to start cutting, or to start drawing. So that's going to do that, and I'll talk about the star wheels while it does. So the reason that you want these star wheels in the middle here is because normally if it's like right here and right here, it's going to roll over your card, and it can leave an impression of that in your card. So especially if you're using like foil for the foil transfer tool, you can it will leave just a straight roll of foil there. So you need to make sure you move these rollers over. Now typically what I do is I just push them towards the center, and then I line my mat up like I'm going to load it, and I move the wheels so that it's perfectly centered with this. And then once they are all in place, then I'll load my mat and start cutting. But I always line it up that way first, just to be safe. Okay, so now the blue pen is going to draw that design, and when it's done, I'm going to look at my design space screen, and it's going to tell me what color pen I need to put in next. So you can see right there, okay? And my design space screen is telling me the pink opaque pen is next. So I'm going to take the blue out and replace the cover right away. Put it back, tip down. You want to store these tip down. And I'm going to load the pink and press the play button again. Now you want to always make sure that you store the pen's tip down. And so that's to make sure that the ink is staying, down, and it's going to flow nicely. So now it's paused again. I'm going to put in my white, and it's going to go ahead and draw that. Now while the white's drawing, because it's going to take a little bit longer, I'm going to go ahead and just pause, and I'll come back when it's done and we can keep going. Okay, so my white pen finished and all of the cutting was done. So I'm going to take the pen out, put the cap back on, and put it away before I forget. I can go ahead and move my machine back and unload my mat. The way to take off, the best way to take the cards off is to flip the mat over and remove the mat from the cardstock. I will give you guys some tips on cleaning all those pieces that are stuck to your machine off, or to your mat off. And you can see some of these didn't fully come out, but they are cut all the way through. So I'll just have to manually pop those out a little bit. Because of that, I will just assemble one card with you guys just to show you how to put it together and give you a few tips on that. Okay, so we're going to carefully remove this one. Okay, sometimes you need to kind of pull it back and look at it and make sure that you're not ripping your card. So you can take your little scraper tool and just take all these little pieces. Some of the bigger ones, or even these small ones, I'll just grab with my fingernails because my fingernails are longer. But you can just use that really quickly to scrape them off. You can also use the spatula tool that Cricut sells. It comes in the basic toolkit. So you can go ahead and grab those also. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. But for these, I am just going to pull out. Now I'm going to pull towards like the back. I'm not pulling towards me, I'm pulling away from me. That way if the paper rips a little bit, which that sounded like it did, you can see right there, my insert card's going to cover that, so I don't worry about it. And I didn't rip the front of the card, so I always push like away from me to make sure that if that happens, that insert part is going right in there, so no big deal. Okay. We're going to pull that all out. Stuck right there. And my little corners up here. And then for the little, like the little circle that are still in there, I am just going to kind of pop out, and I can feel it with my fingernail and just pull it. And then I'll show you guys quickly how to insert that insert part. And then I always pull aside, so say I cut 4 of these, I pull out 4 envelopes with my cards as well. That way I don't open a pack of like S40 cards and forget to pull the envelopes out and then pull them out of another pack when I remember. This way I know that they came out of that pack, and I'm not worried that I can't find an envelope when I need it and I have to dig through all my packs to find which one has enough. So I'm going to grab my little backer here. Okay, now typically I start at the top, but because this is a little bit higher up, I'm going to start at the bottom. So I kind of fold this a little bit, stick it in those corners, and then I do the same at the top. I fold it in and stick it at the corner. Doesn't matter if you start at the top or the bottom. And then you can kind of, in the front here, you can pull it up a little bit and then like rearrange it how you want it. And then you're done, and you have 4 cards ready to go. Please let me know if you have any questions.